Whoa, yeah. I like giving a little yeah in the beginning. And then I realized that you listen to this every week, so I hope you like the yeah, the karate. These are the paying sponsors for the show. If you'd like to be a paying sponsor for the show, you can email me at neveragainstudio@gmail.com. I have information I can send over to you. But these are all my friends, family, your family when you're involved here. Very fast and furious. But you can contact me and you can become a part of the show. And they keep the lights on. So I appreciate all of the sponsors that mess with the show. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Contact me if you'd like to be a sponsor. Finishers MMA, finishersmma.com, @finishers. That's how you find them on social media. These guys have a show with us every Monday called Now We Go. You can check it out. Zach, JM, Thor, Grace, there's too many to name that come out of that school, and they are killers in the game. They are the biggest MMA jiu-jitsu school in the area, and they are owning the East Coast. You can contact them at 610-438-0746. Ask for Andrew. They are at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. They have 2 locations as of now, Bethlehem and Allentown. They are growing into 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say they are taking over, but they already have. Check them out on all of their social media. They are awesome to follow. And if you're looking to get in shape, you're looking to choke people, you're looking to do anything at all to better your life, finishersmma.com. AllValleyRooter.net. That's not how you pronounce it all the time. I just say it that way. All Valley Rooter, Jared LaBarba. He is my plumber. He's the show's plumber. I'm getting him plumbing business all over, and I love that he is getting what he wants. He has 24-hour emergency service. He is certified, insured, and professional. You can follow him at All Valley Rooter. He's on social media, and you can find his information at allvalleyrooter.net. Jared came down over the weekend and he fixed a problem down here. He's super professional. I love him as a person. I love his business. He grew it and he's doing his own thing. It's allvalleyrooter.net. It's 24-hour professional plumbing services. He can help you out with everything you need. It's 610-762-1656. He's certified, insured, and professional. Do not be afraid to contact him for any of your plumbing needs. Support Jared. Jared supports us. Luke Delmeyer Handmade Custom Knives. I love Luke. It's lukedelmeyer.com. He's a farrier, a bladesmith, and a blacksmith. He has custom knives, and the best part about it is you can take classes to make them. So not only can you take a class to learn how to make knives, at the end of the class, you get that knife. We're working on a project together. He started recently getting into chef knives, so he's starting to make chef knives. He makes hunting knives. He can make any of your needs as far as blacksmithing. That's at Luke Delmeyer on Instagram. That is the best way to follow him. You can see all the stuff that he's posting. He shares, he does raffles, he gives giveaways. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. We've had him on the show before. You can dig down in the library, listen to how he got started and where he's at now. I'm excited to work with Luke. He's a really good friend of the show, and I'm excited to showcase his chef knife that he's making me. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. Farrier, bladesmith, blacksmith. Rips Auto Detail. This guy is the best, hands down, in the area. I've interviewed him. I know his story. He's doing things that others aren't, and I love that he fucks with the show. I love getting the best of the best and having them support and be a part of this. That's what the sponsorship is for. I'm giving you the best people in their profession, and Rips is the best at auto detail. It's at Rips Auto Detail for Instagram. You follow that. He's showing you the different cars he does, and it's at 630 North Nelson Street in Allentown, PA. He offers paint correction, ceramic, SPS coatings, and more. This is appointment only, and it's ripsautodetail@gmail.com. You can call him at 484-553-1366. I tell you, follow him. If you don't know, you want to know more about what he does, follow him on Instagram. Follow Rips Auto Detail, and you can see all the things that Rip does. He's a big part of the show. We have a separate show we do called Road Dogs, and you can check out his past interviews and hear his whole story. I couldn't recommend this guy more for your auto, car, boat, plane. This guy literally has done everything, and he is the best in the area doing this. Rips Auto Detail.
Give up. I am not defeated. and I shall hold my ground.
Ooh, hold your ground? You can barely hold your sword.
Then come get me.
I love the game still, man. I'm not changing it. I'm not trying to revamp it. I'm not trying to... I want it to be as real as this room that we're in.
Man of my word. Many times people just say what I can't do, what I'm not gonna do. But you don't have the power to prove that to no one, do you?
The JM and Zach, they work together so well. It's almost like they're twins or something.
30 minutes. Start whenever you like.
Hello everyone. What's up? Mike, what's up, man? We're here.
Yeah.
Never in studio. Early on a Saturday.
Early Saturday recording.
Yeah. I got a wild hair up my butt the other day just because I was reviewing the last podcast we did with like 4 people on it, and I wanted to stab George in the neck the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to start doing these where I'm not interrupted every 3 seconds, you know?
Yeah, that's why Zach wanted to do his, and it's tough when you have someone on that has energy like George, but also doesn't do a lot of podcasts. So like we've been doing them for forever, so you kind of watch, and it still happens where people talk over each other. But if you don't pay attention to it, which is how our show used to be when, like the first episodes, you just constantly talk over people.
Yeah.
I'm glad that moment was caught though, because I saw your face and I'm like, here it comes.
I'm like, this fucking guy won't shut the fuck up, man. Will not shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about. I think I do have stuff to talk about, but it's just hard to get to.
You have plenty to talk about. What were you texting me? Shit going down.
Hold on. How do I do this?
Putting up live?
Yeah, why not?
See, yeah. Well, he's coming down to work on some stuff at the studio today, and that's one of the things I want to get ready for the new year is being able to run this live, because I can actually run it with the switcher live through Facebook. So you could actually run the podcast through the Finishers group, like on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like you'd be able to run the podcast live and it would look like this through the group. That's what I want to get going in the next couple months.
Nice. Yeah, live's good because people can kind of like chime in or whatever.
Yeah, it lets you know.
Yeah.
What's that fucking wobble?
Is that my phone? Or is that me?
I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit. I got this new app on my phone. It's called
Yeah, well, that's rewind it. You said you're like, shit's going down. I'm off fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
And then now you got a different app.
Yeah,
what caused that?
Oh man, there's just Facebook is. If you're on Facebook, it's just it's a wash. It's done.
I feel like this is the year that Facebook could be done. Like just done with it.
I mean, that guy's a billionaire, right?
But I feel like if people's parents are on Facebook, like it's time to go.
Yeah, they've been on.
Yeah,
they've been
but
on,
I'm just
right?
saying, like it's past its time of how long Facebook should be a thing.
Yeah, I gotta get off. It's Chinese.
I don't know. Everything that I go on, and I'm just like I check it in the morning as like a ritual thing that should be broken.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never like, oh, okay. It's just because it's turned into now where it's where people just like dump their problems out. Like people will be like bitching, like shit you shouldn't talk about in public. Like, here's what's going on in my divorce. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Exactly.
I don't care about it. You're mad at your.
Well, now when I see you, I gotta be like,
yeah. Oh, hey,
you're
I saw what's going on.
yeah. I had to tell people like, hey, I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I can't. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. If you put your shit up and like, I don't know.
Oh,
You know what I
it's
mean?
upstairs.
Oh, those fucks. But you know what I mean? Like, so there's people that you're in your life that like you see what's going on with their life on Facebook or on Instagram, and then you're like, you can check in with them because you're on it. But if you're not on it, you don't know anything.
Yeah, but that's good. Then you
Right.
just talk to people.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything.
No.
I don't want to know stuff.
No, you catch up to people. You ever hang out with people and then you already know what's going on in their life with Facebook and Instagram, so you don't really have anything to talk about? Like, you don't catch up.
I don't even think I'm friends with people like that at all.
You're lucky.
Like in real life. I don't know. Yeah, I guess like, well, even like my grandmother's brother just died.
Yeah.
That's super personal, but, you know, she puts it on Facebook, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. You feel like you have to interact.
Yeah.
I thought because I saw you were getting off, and then I started thinking about it when I was like driving. And I have other friends who left, and I was just like, man, that would be such a burden lifted off me to not have to deal with fucking Facebook and like connected to my Instagram and check in and post. I mean, it's like if I wasn't running a business, I would only be on Instagram. I like Instagram.
I'm only on Instagram.
I like Instagram.
And I'm on Instagram as like it's for me. It's to blow off steam. I'm not trying to like monetize it.
Funny.
And just like I just tell everyone to go fuck themselves on Instagram. Basically, once a day, I check or in the mornings.
UFC's gay.
Yeah,
go fuck yourself.
It is, dude. It's really bad. You saw the one guy got charged with murder.
Yeah,
guy from Florida.
2 counts, wasn't it?
Premeditated. Yeah. I mean, they don't give a fuck who's in the UFC. It's about like athletes, I guess. I don't know. That's good. UFC's. It's just. I don't know, and then you got it's not even who you're talking about the UFC with, really. It's not the UFC, it's like some guy that, you know what I mean? It's like George. I love George. Like I told you, like he's going to be godfather to my kid, so I love him.
Have you known George your whole life?
My whole like adult life.
Yeah.
Like since I was been like 18 or 19, we've been buddies. He's cool. He's like he's a good person.
He's slowly becoming one of my favorites when he came down for the fights.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, you just let him.
He's wild.
He's a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, but that's how I am. So, so I'm always like, oh, this guy's got a little bit more energy than me. Go ahead, take the reins. I'm tired of being that guy, knocking shit over, yelling the whole time.
You can have it.
But I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I just sat next to him. Just made fun of shit.
All you got to do is just sit there. He's, where he shines good as a wedding. That's what he really does good. Yeah. Is like weddings and shit. He'll always crush. Like the one time we were at a wedding and he like, it was getting to that point in the night where people were starting to get drunk, and I think like he gave me a hug, and then I had a beer in my hand, so he grabbed my wrist like with the beer in it, and like I was like, dude, no, and he fucking threw the beer out of my hand, and like it crashed, and there's like glass all over the place. I'm like, you fucking asshole! Everyone thought I did it. You know what I mean? So he does shit like that. Yeah, it's fun. I think I just hit you up because I was like, fuck it, I gotta do one where I'm just, I don't know. We got the new place coming up. That's cool.
It's huge. It's huge.
12,000 square foot, dog.
It's huge.
I haven't even been through it yet. I haven't even seen it yet.
That's cool. There's like a snack bar area. So I said to Zach, I was like, this is where you can start the coffee shop now. Yeah, like you don't need to go. I mean, eventually, I'm sure he wants it in its own space.
Way too much coffee.
But that's the coffee he brought down. I've been blowing through it because it's like really good coffee.
I'm sure.
And he's like, yeah, save it for the shows. It's down here now. I have to order more.
Yeah, he's a fiend.
I was going to be like, yo, what's the Zach 10% off code? But I was like, yeah, I said, with that over there now, I said, you have a little window. I said, you could be doing, you could have coffee there, and you could basically run multiple businesses inside that. And I don't know. I'm excited for you guys. It's like I said to Zach, it's 10 years worth of growth, and you guys don't have to fucking go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is it's not even just for me and Zach. It's literally like anyone can run a business out of there.
Yeah.
Like I can have people start shit up for themselves out of there.
Even Zach was like, yo, he's like, you can start coming up on specific days and doing food.
Whatever, yeah. Whatever. I mean, people will enjoy that, man. I want to have a good time. I want to train and compete and stuff, but I want to Wednesday night, it might be this dude shows up and we get food or something. Or a food truck shows up or someone shows up with a case of beer. Or, we don't do that all the time. You can't be like drinking and shit after practice, but you do.
It just turns into a
it just turns into a
frat house.
Yeah, no. But you know what I mean? Like it's just it's almost like a community center the size of it.
It could really turn massive. It's massive. There's 2 parking lots. I think you guys get to use both. I like that it's out of it's just kind of off on its own. It's not in a plaza, it's not downtown, like it's it's easy to get to, because I think it's just, is it William Penn you get off of there? Or then you go down past, well, I wouldn't. We would go 191 to Keystone and then take a right.
Right.
I mean, I love that fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool. Because, like, they, I haven't even seen the place yet. That's the crazy part. I mean, I've seen it, but you know, people get caught up in the details.
When's it supposed to? That'll just run. The early ones, I'm forgetting to do what we got to do here.
It's all good.
When's the is it going to be finalized and you guys can start going in and out?
Soon, I think.
Because I think there is going to be a lot of setup.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be working on that place for.
Yeah, I told him I'll come over and help too because it's gonna painting and setting up the fucking lobby and all that stupid shit you don't think about. There's the 2 offices, then there's almost like a cafeteria and a break room. Dude, it's fucking. You could definitely run like startup like factory business in that thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's so fucking big.
The one buddy of mine, Scott McGore, he's a realtor. He's like local. We sat at lunch together in 4th grade. He's pretty cool. And he showed me this place up the road here that was like 7,000 square foot or something. And that was,
what did they want a month for that?
I forget. But it wasn't like astronomical. You know what I mean? It's like it's a giant. It used to be a sewing factory. They used to sew shit in there. Like I don't know, but it's huge. And like you could park a car in the fucking thing.
Well, I saw that, and that because I was driving by that on 191, and I'm still like trying to figure out what I want to do, and you know, I go back and forth with just get a house in town and put it in a fucking basement, and then but then I drove by that, and I was like, oh, I forgot that's that spot JM was talking about. I'm like, that place is fucking huge. Yeah, looks like shit on the outside, but the whole inside's redone.
Yeah, it's all brand new in there.
Yeah, but then and it's gated off in the back, so there's like that whole open area. I don't know.
Yeah, you could
gun shop and
you could do anything.
Studio.
It's a fantasy factory, right? You
can
do whatever. You know, that's the cool because, like, I mean, what's the point of making money if like everyone else around you's not?
Yeah.
What's the point of having it?
Yeah, I don't know. I love getting into spaces like that and having big space, and it kind of just goes back and forth on you know, the bigger your canvas is, the more you can create.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, our place now, like, I love that place, but like it's packed. It's fucking like, dude, our classes, like, even if there's like 15 people in it, which is like a normal, you know, average class. There's bigger ones and there's smaller ones, but like a normal class, like I'm always bumping into people when I'm rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's annoying. If we're going to do this, we might as well do it, like actually do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because there's not going to be any problem with space anymore. You would actually you're actually going to have to get way more mats because you could be running, if I remember how big it is, you'd be able to be running 2 classes at the same time on 2 separate mats.
Exactly.
And then that's the first half.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, so we could do that. I mean, Fuji's going to work with us, I think.
Yes.
So they're going to be like, because it could be whatever I want, or if you want your shit in there, it's going to be like a facility like nobody else is.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So if you want your stuff in there, like, dude, send me heavy bags and shit. You know what I mean? We could do like cardio, kickboxing, wrestling class. I mean, there's a Red Hawk right there, so we don't even have to do the wrestling.
You're right.
Thank you. So we don't even have to do the wrestling. Like, the wrestling in this area is so good, I never really thought I had to teach wrestling. But, I mean, anyone could do any kind of class.
Yeah, because what, Red Hawk's down below?
Yeah, like Red Hawk's literally right there.
Red Hawk's down below?
Yeah.
And then it's right by Keystone, too, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Keystone's been closed.
They're not open yet?
They might be open now, but they were closed. Like, Keystone's cool. You know what I mean? I like the people that work there.
The wings are good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a close spot, but then you got all that other shit, too. You're actually close to a lot of shit because if you go right out of there or left, you're going towards the casino and all that. Yeah. That's a solid spot.
We're more in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
You know, and now a place like, I mean, we got you know, I can't say what happened, but we like actually got like the government in on this now. You know what I mean? Like, like the local government. Which kind of gives me hope in times like this where the local government's like, wow, these guys, because really, like, me and Zach and you, like, and all these people that are going to be involved in, like, Phil and Ricky and these guys that are in their 30s, they've been doing it their whole time. Like, we're like, I want to be like a community leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because really, that's a fucking community center. Like,
Yeah,
it really is.
it's well, one, it's big enough to be, or is bigger than most community centers.
Yeah. And it's cooler. Like, most people put a fucking trampoline park in there.
Yeah.
Which,
I think it was, what was it? It was indoor mini golf. And then it was, in the back, it was laser tag.
Yeah. Awesome. Whatever. But
What I'm saying is, like, you know, what?
You do that once or twice and
Yeah.
it's going to get old, you know?
Yeah. And I think he was having problems with it before, you know, COVID and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I'm like, that's the crazy thing is, like, I'm not scared at all. Like, most times I'd be like, holy shit, are we going to be able to pull this off? It's more rent.
No, it's what you guys need.
It's like, yeah, I actually need that space.
It's because, I mean, how many times have you outgrown this? This is the third time now.
Well, I mean, even like, let's say, like, me, Zach, Thor, you know, like, dude, we're sick of hearing each other. I'm sure of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when Zach's talking, I'm just kind of like, all right, let Zach run his class. I'm not going to, like, I just kind of, you know, or if I'm talking, I mean, we've heard it so many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, like, if someone's on the mat teaching, like, there's nothing else to do in that place, really. Like, as far as, like, work. You know what I mean?
Hit the
Like,
off button on that next time.
Hold on.
This is par for the course with the morning show.
yeah, it's all good. But, like, you know what I mean? You're in this space. Like, there's the one mat we have, which is, like, I think it's like 1,200 square foot, which is one mat.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's going to be, the place is 10 times, I'm trying to think of it because I haven't seen it. It's going to be 10 times the size of our mat now. That's crazy. But, and we have a little mat in the back. You've seen the place. So it's
Yeah.
not like there's a lot of room for people to, like, that aren't training to hang out, you know? Because I think when we first got our first place, we were like, we like that. You could only be training. But, like, you're training and you have to get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next people can come in. Where, like, a place like this, like, people are going to be able to, like, you know, blow off steam, you know, have a cup of coffee, hang out, talk.
Yeah,
go
because you
train.
can totally get away from. Because even when I was there a couple times, you come in, and if somebody's teaching, you got to be like, and you're like
Yeah.
closing the door real quiet. You got to go through the back hallway, and then people are like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And it's like nothing. Then you got to wait, and then there's like a pop of noise because everybody's just waiting to talk. And then when the next class
sucks.
starts,
It
it's
sucks.
like, yeah,
It's cool, but, like, you know, you're
just outgrowing
it's
it.
a great business.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Zach, really, if we just wanted to, we could just bank dough out of there. Like, we didn't have to do
Yeah.
anything else. But I can't sit still like that.
No.
You know, I don't think Zach can either.
I mean, you'd be stupid to sit still because now with the new one, it's like you have that whole open space. Just being able to do the tournaments there,
Yeah.
like not having to go get.
Shows.
I remember the first ones you guys were doing in Jersey, getting hotel rooms and like staying over and
Yeah.
like spending the extra money just because you have to put it on. And then now it's like, holy shit! Could you imagine being able to like? It like he was saying, like, you know, Quentin can set the whole thing up and then it's just like it's ready to go constantly. Like you could just set that up to be filming whenever.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're set up for the tournament. It's just like, hey, we're gonna sleep in and then get everything going.
The event part of it, that's a whole nother aspect. Like, dude, literally, the ideas are endless.
Yeah.
Like, it literally is endless. Like, I mean, Zach's been running events since he's been 19. He's been like 19. He ran like I don't know if he ever talked to you about that karate demo he ever did. Oh man, when he had a school in Quakertown, when we were at Tiger Showman's, he had a Tiger Showman's at Quakertown, because he won like he was working for Villafane, my old boss, and then he won like a title. He like kicked a guy in the face and won, like, he's like first guy to win an MMA fight at a Tiger Showman's, like maybe not the first, but one of the first guys to like win a strap in MMA. It's like a pretty big deal. And then he like Tiger Showman gave him a school in Quakertown. And he had this grand opening, dude, that was like fucking insane. He had people like, he had buddies of his breaking bats with kicks, and he had a guy come in and break the ice with his elbow. Like, they had it stacked to this, you know, of a shopping center. They had it stacked to the top, you know. And when you're a kid, you're like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah. I remember when they used to do the karate demos in the mall.
Dude, I used to be the king of the demo, bro.
You guys should do another demo.
I'm telling you. That's almost like what the jiu-jitsu tournament does, but it's cooler.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's real. You know what I mean? It's more of like a real thing. Even the karate demos are cool, though.
What I'm saying is you guys should do a grand opening, do straight up karate demo, laser lights, and just come out
That's
and
what I'm
break
saying.
stuff.
Yeah, he did shit like he's been doing shit
Sunglasses.
like that since he's been a kid. He's 19 years old doing that.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, that's ballsy, man. And like, I think he signed up mad people like that day and shit.
I'm sure.
You have to ask him and tell you the story.
I'm sure any kid who saw that would be signing me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna train here.
This guy's Chuck Norris, Rambo.
Yeah. So I mean, like you could like do the tournament. I honestly, I've been just like chilling till this place
Yeah.
because there's like it's not enough room to even like. I feel like Zach could have his space, and like I can have my space. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work out kind of like that. Because like right now, it's like we kind of have to share it. Where like if he's on the mat,
I see what you're saying. Where you could have
I
like
fuck
your
off.
area, his area,
yeah.
and then it's just
People
set up to go.
People always say that about me and Zach. They're like, how do these guys like work together so good? It's just because I don't step on toes. You know what I mean? Like Zach's older. You know what I mean? So I let him go first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like when the corona hit, like I stopped teaching kids. You know, so Zach's running the kids class right now, and he teaches 3 days a week for an hour. But the times you can teach kids are like, it's only like 4 or 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? And I actually gave away one of my kids' classes, and like Sid's running it, and he's crushing. He's got like 20 kids in that class. I'm like, damn, I should stop teaching kids sooner. Like the kids seem to, it's almost cooler that the kids learn from like a teenager.
Yeah. They're paying attention more, probably less.
Because I feel like when I teach kids, like, you come in, let's say I used to come in at like 3 o'clock, and then my first class would be at 4. Then I'd have another class at 6, and I'd have another class at 8, So like my kids would get my best class, my jiu-jitsu class. Like they would get I'm doing it for kids.
Yeah.
So it's like my brain is set up to like for kids jiu-jitsu, when in reality I'm trying to get good at jiu-jitsu that works on grown men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I go compete, it's like against MMA fighters. I'm not. You can't have like a kid's mindset.
No.
You know what I mean? In that situation, you want to kill people. Really, like you want to. It's like a weird game. I feel like So I wanted to get away from teaching kids for a while, just for my jiu-jitsu, just for me personally, because I feel like when I teach kids, I'm like I dumb it down.
Yeah.
Not I dumb it down. I don't know. It's like weird, And then I teach the kickboxing class. And then my 8 o'clock class or my advanced students, I'm tired by then. You teach 4 classes a night. By your 4th class, you're like, fuck it. Let's just do the warm-ups or whatever, which is good. But I don't know. I'm glad I'm almost kind of glad Corona happened because it set everything right. All the fakers had to fall out.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely adjusted my business in a correct fashion. Like I would have never have started doing this solo. And then now doing this solo, I can now... Because like I first started doing it when we started pushing, because I told Zach, I'm like, yeah, let's do the show. Because then Shivey couldn't do it because we were doing it early. So then I had to start learning how to do this. And then when Shivey couldn't come over here, that made me have to learn how to do this all alone. And now it's like I can do a solo podcast. I can do this podcast. I'm now completely self-sufficient. And it like kind of made it so that, I can do this whenever now. So now when I have a guest, I can be like, hey, man, you want to do it at 8 a.m. or do you want to do it at 8 p.m.?
Yeah,
I talked to 7 Sirens last night. They're going to come on. So I want Shivey on
Bald
that.
dude, right?
What's that?
Bald guy owns that place?
No, well, there's 2 of them.
Okay.
The guy I talked to was Jordan, but it was interesting to hear a lot of this. I'm excited to get into his brewery, but then he was just talking about like all the crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
He was like, if I wouldn't have stayed open, he's like, we would have been fucked dead in the water.
How are you?
Dead in the water.
How are you?
So I told him, I go, yeah, same with the jiu-jitsu guys. They were like, we're not losing our business.
No.
And then he said people would come in and they're like, how are you doing this? And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, he goes, I have a license to sell alcohol on my wall and I have a health permit. And he's like, this isn't a law. This is a suggestion to stop.
Right.
It's not law.
Yeah, that's what everyone gets the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the vaccine. They're like, I'm scared they're going to make us take it. I'm like, how are they going to make you take something?
They can. So I don't take a flu vaccine. They push it every year.
They can shame you into it. If you let people shame you into it, that's the way.
Yeah.
Like I know guys that have gotten on planes and they're like, they're not wearing their masks. So they're like, well, you got to go to first class. And so, they try to shame you by giving you a better flight. Like you're an idiot. Like I'll just keep doing that.
It'll be interesting to see what comes down the pipe. It'll be interesting to see if you have to get the vaccine in order to do or go places. Like they were saying that they were like, if you want to travel, you might have to get it.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of how they'll
there's gonna be
pigeonhole.
There's going to be places where There's going to be
Yeah. Do you think there'll be airlines where they're like, this is, you don't have to have the vaccine?
right. There's going to be a market for that.
Yeah.
There's going to be the regular like system, you know what I mean? Like the Biden system, and then there's going to be everyone's going to be like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people
I
are
don't
gonna be
think,
like,
I think a lot of people who voted for Biden just because they hate Trump doesn't realize what's coming down the fucking pipe.
no, people are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, I don't understand a lot of people.
I'm not a fan of what they're doing with social media now, where like even on Instagram where you sign on and then there's like a thing and they're like, hey, if you'd like more information on the coronavirus, click here.
Yeah,
if you'd
yeah.
like to figure out how to do that, I'm like, get this shit out of here,
And
man.
then, I mean, there's tweets that are like the CDC literally telling you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But that shit doesn't support the narrative, so no one does it. You know what I mean? Like it's just people fall for the news. I mean, people listen to Don Lemon. They think.
What do you
Lemon,
think? What do you think of Twitter? They're 100% banning Trump now.
Yeah,
He's not
people
allowed
should
on.
people should be freaking the fuck out.
That's the president.
People should be freaking the fuck out. That's the You know what though? I really don't think it's over. I really don't think it's over.
No.
Hillary thinks I'm crazy. Like Biden's going to be president. I'm like,
No.
dude.
I mean, there's a lot of people, and I talked to a couple friends who are really into politics, and they said this could definitely still swing
Yeah.
that Trump is president because there's still like there's evidence that they cheat every year.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time where you have someone who's not a politician. He's a reality star, so he knows what to do on camera. So it's like, and he's also like this baller who's like, when's the last time anyone told him no and he accepted it?
Right.
Like he's probably said, we're doing it even though I know the business is going to fail just because you told me no.
fuck you.
And then now you don't think that this dude's, I guarantee he comes out on another platform.
Something.
Yeah.
Not even, man, like, you know what? Like you saw this last week with the storming of the Capitol and shit. And then,
Far from a storming.
I mean, yeah,
It was a
they
bunch
let
of-
them in.
It was a bunch of overweight people.
They let them in.
Who were let in.
And then they're like, these fucking Trump rednecks. Like Hillary will send me like her friends. You know, I love Hillary, you know, but she'll make fun of me like, all right, you better hold the line. Like she'll like say those things at me. I'm like, Hillary, like you want your, like we have a son together. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want him growing up in the United States of China. You know what I mean? It scares the shit out of me. I feel like, man, I'm glad he's a baby now. Hopefully by the time he's like old enough, like he doesn't have to deal with this shit.
It should be hopefully a better place. I just feel like
Yeah.
we're in the middle of
Even still,
things
right?
moving.
My 12,000 square foot facility in the middle of Bethlehem will be vaccine free. You know what I mean? There's going to be none of that going on. You could train at Planet Fitness if you want to get the vaccine. But yeah, there was like Pence like fucking did that vote where like they certified the electoral votes, and then did you see that guy give him like some gold coin after that on the House?
No,
Wow.
I love seeing stuff like that.
Wow,
though.
you gotta look at my Instagram stories. I mean, and then the news is covering it like it's the most violent storming
Yeah.
of the Capitol.
Yeah, my parents
Dude.
still watch just the news because they don't go online. You know what I mean? They're in their 70s, so like my dad isn't going online to read the news. So like they still have like Fox or something playing, and I'll
Yeah.
come home and my mom will be like, "Did you?" I'm like, "Do you really think that's what it is?" And she's like, "That's what they said, Michael."
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the era she grew up in. Like,
Right.
you know, it's not what it is now where it's like completely connected. And it's like, oh, well, did you see this? And then there's weird shit that comes out with like, now you have people that were at the Black Lives Matter rally and this rally that are just up front trying to get
Right.
their shit trending.
They're professional protesters. They're looking for attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the buffalo hat, that guy is a fucking, you know, scumbag. You can tell.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
guy was not.
yeah.
Those guys aren't Trump supporters. The guy had a communist tattoo. I mean, could you be more obvious?
Yeah.
That's what
And then people
blows
are
my
like, are you
mind.
seeing this?
Yeah.
You seeing this? And I'm like, well, people, because immediately after he did that, somebody posted 3 different pictures where like, this guy was here, this guy was here, this guy was here. He's just kind of a troublemaker.
I mean, he's just. I mean, I could put a Trump hat on.
yes.
They do that all the time.
Yes.
School shooters put on a Metallica T-shirt, and now Metallica's in trouble. Metallica
Yeah.
had nothing to do with that fucking guy.
Do you remember back in the day when they used to blame like music for things? That would have sucked to be there in that era too.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I mean, anyone can just put on a Trump hat and do crazy shit. I mean, they have video of like guys, like spraying the cops with tear gas and just running back into the crowd. There's agitators.
Yeah.
It's agitators.
And people were acting like the Trump people didn't get fucked up. And I watched some footage. They definitely fucked them up at night.
Yeah.
Like when they came in and were like, hey, get the fuck out of here. They were doing the exact same things from the other rally. They were just fucking people up and like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think that lady that got shot, I thought that was fake. I thought that video was fake as fuck.
I didn't. Somebody sent me the clip. You couldn't really see what was going on.
She got shot in the neck or something. There would be blood everywhere. I share videos of like people getting stabbed all the time. You know what I mean? You see that? I share video.
What a great clip.
All that. Dude got in his face, fucking stabbed him in the neck, blood everywhere, like a pig. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you got shot in your neck, that shit was fake as hell. That shit was fake
You
as hell.
heard it here first.
And I'm on, but that's the thing. People are so quick to judge, because the news always talks about how Trump is a fucking idiot and he's like a redneck and all the Trump supporters are hick rednecks. I know a lot of smart people that are Trump. I'm a fucking Trump supporter. I'm not no dummy. You know what I mean?
Do you think that
Hillary will be like, look at this guy at the Trump rally, and they'll be like, fucking like, you know what I mean? Like you've picked, yeah, you're looking at, of course there's that guy, but there's also like, I know, like I'm in group chats, like we're not on Facebook anymore. Like we're on,
what was the app you
the
downloaded?
Signal app.
Yeah.
Signal app, which, cause there's no feds on it. I mean, now there's going to be feds on it cause everyone keeps talking about it. Like Elon Musk just tweeted it out. But, I know there's some smart people.
I feel like the news isn't as crazy with what happened Wednesday as they were with like the city burning the down and shit. But like, is that lady being shot being covered? Like I'm not seeing people post about like that lady being shot.
No, I saw a lot of like BLM would get treated way worse. And,
yeah, I saw that stuff.
I mean, if you're still falling for that, like you're still falling for the black versus white, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like black people get it worse than white people. Okay. Like, yeah, like sure. You know what I mean? I know a lot of successful black people that would tell you the opposite. Like Lil Wayne is like, there's, you know what I mean? He's a successful guy.
Yeah.
You're either successful, everyone has their shit. Like the white privilege thing, that shit drives me crazy. It doesn't drive me crazy. I just know it's like the second someone's like talking about shit like that, I just tune out. I just go,
yeah.
I'm like, this is not my place.
I tune out to a lot of it. I thought it was going to be a little bit louder and more annoying online, but it could be because I hid and unfriend anybody who was just super annoying anymore. Like I was just like, I'm not seeing that every day.
Right.
I'm not seeing that every day because I'm not on there to see your political shit. You used to share art.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. It sucks.
I mean, dude, you could see the forming of other political parties going on. Like, because what's crazy is I almost feel like Trump is letting everyone stab him right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he fell back and like let this shit happen. Because they were saying how like Trump incites the riot. Like he didn't incite shit. You know what I mean? I don't think he incited it. I think like he let it. I think he had everyone there to see. Like, I mean, there was how many people there thinking that election was bullshit?
Yeah,
that drove to DC. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like anything when they call for a rally and stuff. I just think it's that he's such a hated. He has such a stigma to him that no matter what he does, I mean, he could go on TV and say that like we're going to stop world hunger, and people will be like, "What a fucking asshole!"
Yeah. Well, I know
he's in it for himself.
I know. Like, I read a lot about like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, you do read a lot. I wish I could read more.
Yeah. I read like probably like 1,000 pages on Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, I need to hit those audio books.
It just hit me one time. It just hit me one time. Like, fuck. Like you get into a book and it just blows up. He was hated. You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus was hated.
Yes.
Jesus was hated.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like
they threw rocks at him.
Because most of the world is just backwards.
Yeah.
They're making what's immoral moral. You know what I mean? They do this. I mean, there's so many podcasts talking about this. But it's backwards world. So someone like tries to do some good and then they're like, this motherfucker's evil. You know? But like Teddy Roosevelt, like the Panama Canal. Can you imagine like the Panama Canal? Like that's some shit you just take for granted now that there's a fucking canal that people can sail through, so like all this product goes through that. That was like a huge deal back in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt's like, no, I'm gonna fucking carve a channel through Panama. You know what I mean? And he's done like, he did all that natural, like all the parkland, like Yellowstone and shit, and like all that land that's owned by the government that no one can fuck with, which is why there's land now, right? Everyone wants to be like, I'm moving to fucking Idaho or something.
Texas.
That's because Teddy Roosevelt.
Texas. Moving to Texas.
Yeah, I think Texas is going to be like the new...
It's going to get ruined.
It's gay headquarters.
I think it's already getting ruined.
Yeah, it's gay headquarters. Every time I see the podcast with... And nothing wrong with being gay. I have gay students, and, you know, they love me. It's not... It has... I don't hate gay people.
Yeah.
It's just... I see gay shit, and I'm like, that's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I hate it. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
I was watching Tim Dillon hosted...
I love
King
Tim
and the
Dillon.
Sting with
Yeah.
Brendan Schaub, and there's a little part in it. It's not long, but they start ripping on Rogan, and they were like, you know, like Schaub was like, you know, talking about where he lives, and he's just like, well, I'm not really by any of what's going on. And then Tim Dillon, because he's getting money now, is like, yeah, he's like, this is the first time where I'm like, you know, like I used to be like in the middle of the fire, and now like I watch it on TV. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm in a different part of California. And then they were like, how funny is it that Rogan was acting like he was in the public? And they're like, that motherfucker was on a compound.
Yeah.
He never left and never had people over his house. And he didn't get, like, because Rogan's like, the fucking, the homeless camps. And Brendan's like, that motherfucker didn't deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, he really didn't have to move other than, I guess, taxes and
Taxes.
probably money.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny that they were like
And the scene-
ripping on him like a real friend. You know what I mean? Like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like telling everybody you're moved because the homeless camps are coming in. They're like, you were like at a facility built into a mountain like Lockheed Martin. No one came around you.
The Joe Rogan strain is strong, man. Like, how many people moved out to Texas?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm moving to Texas. And this guy's, I'm going out to Texas. I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if Rogan was like gay. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be like, whoa.
I still like his stuff. I just need to pick and choose. I need to pick and
Rogan's
choose.
done so much for so many people. He's
Yeah.
like one of the most important people of our time. But I don't really.
No.
I got to get off the train. At
Yeah,
some
I
point.
mean, like in the very beginning, listening to that show did a lot of different things for my life, and like wanting to do podcast, and like, you know, because the early stuff you have to remember was like very motivationally driven, and they didn't have this format that they have now. And he would have lesser famous people on, but they were like really cool people. And like I remember like when he had, you know, even when he did like the first David Goggins interview, like that was fucking awesome. But then some of the stuff he does now, it's like, well, now you can see like people are involved and parties are involved, and somebody's coming on. Like when Robert Downey Jr. comes on, yeah, that's a cool podcast, but he doesn't know who you are, and he's only there because he's putting out some shitty Dr. Dolittle movie.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what you're getting with some people. Like,
Yeah. So I stick to, I like when like the comedians come on, Tim Dillon, Mark Norman. I like that he did the Tim Dillon, Alex Jones. Every now and again, you see a little bit of what the old show is, but you also, you know, what was he doing that all for? You got to evolve the show. It's going to go somewhere. Not everyone's going to like it. So I just pick and choose now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you forget how famous even like getting on that show is. Like, Eddie Bravo. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that guy's fucking famous. Like,
Yeah.
That guy's fucking
See, like I
famous.
miss those now too because they broke that up. So now you're not going to get like the, you know, the fight companions and shit, and then the weird shit with Brian Callen.
Well, the whole, Callen, and then, and he's like,
Like, what's going on with him? Because he's like popping on other podcasts, but I don't think he's doing Fighter and the Kid anymore. Because now they changed it to Fighter and the Kids, and there's those two dudes on there.
I don't watch any of that.
No.
I think Brendan Schaub, like, you know, he's.
I don't think I mean, maybe he will, but I don't know. I just keep seeing like everything just keeps going flat with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. You know, I don't wish him ill will, but it's just not.
That's not mine.
Not my ticket.
No.
I actually, you know what podcast I was listening to? I'm listening to like the Unbox Therapy guy. He just talks about tech.
What's that guy? Oh, what the fuck is I know what one you're talking about.
You know, because like again, you gotta watch who you listen to, because they start doing your thinking for you.
Yeah.
You watch too much Joe Rogan, and then all of a sudden you start talking. You have his
Eating
talking
elk.
points, and yeah, like, you know what I mean. I get it. I get it. It's awesome. You know, but like I said, I don't know. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna pour myself a coffee. Hold on. Watch this.
The rollout. That's good coffee. Don't tell Zach. Don't tell Zach we're getting into it.
I'm gonna drink this black.
I don't mind getting into black coffee.
No. Everybody can get it, but they have yeah, I don't know. The internet's cool, I guess. I'm more interested in the real. We're doing it for real.
That's
going
gonna
to
be
in that place
exciting.
in February, dude.
I know. That's gonna be crazy. I mean, he was saying he was trying to talk to the guy about getting in there early and like starting to get that dude to get all that shit out of there, because there is a lot of crap that like the guy has in there, like game machines and like the mini golf stuff. And then, I mean, technically, if you guys really wanted, like, he has to rip down the entire laser tag course. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's walls built up, and I mean, it'd be cool to leave it up for a little bit and fuck around before it's open. But I mean, that the place has to be completely fucking emptied. And I don't know if, you know, if he's going to let you guys come in and start working on stuff early. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not, I didn't really get in the way of anything. Like,
Are you
I'm
excited to have your own office?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already thinking about like what I'm going to put
Animal
in there.
heads?
Yeah, my own space, you know, because even like in my house, I don't, you know, I live with a woman and a baby, so
Nothing's yours.
nothing's mine. I have a little area upstairs, you know, but it's
You
not
can put
like,
a bookshelf in your office.
yeah, no, I'll bury you in some books, dude. I read a lot. They got yeah, I don't know, office. It's just space, and it's like I said, we got to do it. Why not do it? We're doing this anyway. I don't want to live like a fucking scrub when I'm 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to, it's no secret that I'm trying to live well. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be like, work this hard and be fucking broke. I tell you that. You know, like, we're raising the price at the school. Right now, if you sign up, it's like cheaper. Like, I think like we waived the registration and it's like $149 a month, and you're training world-class jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's, if you were in, like I said, like if we were in the city and shit, that you're paying $250 a month.
Plus, when you're over there too, the facility itself is going to be worth.
Yeah, just the atmosphere you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, like our current students, they're gonna pay a little more. I think their rate's gonna go up like $10-20. But now we're gonna have, like, I want showers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is he's talking about putting showers in
I
there?
already have the game plan. I'm gonna have my office where I change quiet. Like, there's not people talking about whatever. Like, my office, I'm gonna change in there, and then I'm gonna train or whatever. After I train, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna have laundry in there, so I can do my laundry there.
Yeah, there's a washer and dryer there, but I mean, if they would take it, there's still.
Dude, I go on.
I'm just
Facebook
saying, like,
Marketplace, you know what I mean?
the hookups for it. You know, sometimes when you get into places, you don't have everything you need.
Yeah.
This place is going to have everything.
So, and then I'm gonna finish training, and then after training, I'm gonna jump in the sauna and just sit there
You guys
for
gonna
like,
put a sauna in there. You
fuck
got
yeah.
room for a sauna.
yeah. I'll figure out how to put a sauna in there.
Yeah. Forrest got one in his house. There's
Yeah.
no way you couldn't figure it out in there.
Arseny has one in his garage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing sauna a lot, and then I'll do like cold shower, sauna, cold shower, and then I'll go home.
There's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff.
Because, you know, like that, you know, like, I don't know if you ever do this. Like, if you've been in a relationship, have you ever lived with you probably live with women or whatever?
One
before?
time.
One time?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you learn. That's good. You know,
I learned in my early 20s, and I was like, "Ooh, this is different, huh?"
yeah.
I want my freedom.
It's all, I don't know if it's worse that, like, if you and the girl you live with are both messy, that's worse than like one of you being like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because Hillary, like, my girl now is very, like, she likes a neat space, but I think that's important, man. Like, having a clean space, like, if your environment's fucked up, like, that's not going to set you up.
No,
You gotta be clean. Even, like, you know, because I'm bad. Like, I'll have dip spitters places and pizza boxes and,
Yeah.
you know, napkin. I mean, it just piles up. It's disgusting.
and then you're eventually just like, "Fuck," and then you
Yeah.
just spend the day cleaning it.
Right, and then it takes a whole afternoon to clean it.
Yeah.
I let it slowly degrade
Yeah.
rather than just staying on it.
And the whole time I'm just hearing what my dad used to say is like, "Well, I told you should just clean up as you go.
Right.
Then you don't got to do this. What do you know?
Yeah.
Well, you've never lived before.
Shut up, Dad.
You just turned 40.
Idiot. Yeah. You know, sometimes, man, you hear people talk, but you don't really hear them. You know, they say something,
Absolutely.
and you don't really understand, but you listen to it again.
Yeah, the
and you're
turnaround,
like, oh.
the turnaround of me paying attention and being like, oh yeah, that's right, for my dad. It used to be like years later, I'd be like, because even the other day I said something to him. I'm like, you remember when you said that? And he just laughs.
Yeah.
But now it's like he'll say something and then I'll be driving home and I'll be like,
Oh, shit.
okay, well, you're always wrong and he's always right, because you always forget like they were a baby and lived all the way. I mean, my dad was in the Vietnam War. Like he has a lot to offer as far as information. He's lived through some shit.
Just life experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie said the same thing. He's like, by the time your kid, like, because when I was in Mexico, I was talking to him about, you know, Benjamin and stuff. He's like, right now your kid don't need you because he's like a baby. He just wants his mom. He's like, you know, but that'll change. And then when he's older, he's like, you're gonna realize, like, man, this kid's like 9 or 10, and he's like, he's already like a man. He just doesn't have. He has zero life experience. He knows he has nothing to gauge anything off of. You know, that's gonna be a trip. But what I was saying was, like, when you live with a woman and like the whole thing, like, there's always that. Most guys, they go to work, they don't go straight home. You know, maybe they do, but I feel like most guys, they go to the bar and get a beer. Or
There's a lot of that.
You know, me, I'll just sit in my car for a half hour and just, you know, whatever. But at the school, man, like, I'm just gonna do all that there. Like, that room is so huge, and I'm really excited for it, man. I'm really excited just to have space to stretch out and do my own thing a little bit, because it's not like, I don't know. And like I said, in the school we're in now, like, you're very limited. You're very limited to what you can do. It's like one guy is running the show at a time, and we have, like, literally, you can have. There's people in there all day long. And
then because a lot of times when the parents are picking up, or if the parents want to stay and watch the class, it's like it's really tight in that foyer area.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, and even when you guys tried to do, or you did like an ultimate, or it's the Saturday night thing or whatever, and you had one of the smaller tournaments there, like, it was so fucking tight where it's just like you get your spot and you're like, okay, don't move, and it's to have the freedom to just do all this shit now and be wide fucking open.
Yeah.
Like I said to him, because he was talking about on Zach's corner, he's like, dude, he's like, we're gonna put up, you know, like a projector thing, and like, so we can start like screening fights and shit down there. And I was like, dude, if you really wanted to, you could put well, not just that.
Dana White's gonna come cut our dicks off.
I'm just saying, like, you could watch anything down there, but you could. I told him, I'm like, dude, you could have fucking bleachers. Like, it's that fucking big that you could have like fold out and roll out bleachers.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to other people's places and they have bleachers on the side of the mat.
That's crazy.
And it's like guys that are like, I mean, that's awesome.
What's the school in Jersey that the tournaments used to be at?
Pure.
The Miller Brothers?
Well, that's another beautiful place.
What I'm saying is that's that space, and I might be wrong, but it feels like it's the giant fucking area where like the tournament is. It's 2 of those.
Yeah.
Like, dude, dude, that's so, and then there's another fucking room behind it.
And the crazy thing is, I didn't get help. Me and Zach didn't get no help. You know, like, we're finally getting help now that we don't need it. But like, that's what's crazy. We started with $1,000, and it's taken us 7 years to finally get our fucking spot.
Yeah,
like, because most times it'd be like a whole fight to just get a spot. Now it's like, it's almost like the universe is like just. Fink, funk, funk, like, everything's just falling into place almost.
Well, it's all the hard work paying off.
I don't even like, Zach's like, yeah, we're doing this. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
I don't,
because like he'll when we walk the spot, he's like, well, I got to run it by JM, but he's like, I know, you know, he already knows what you want it to be. What you guys have already talked about this 10 years ago.
Yeah, I literally don't even have to speak to Zach.
No,
like, I literally like, I know. Like, I get it. I got it.
I'm excited for the space.
People don't. I mean, it's the same thing with Grace. Kind of like, it's just super natural at this point, you know? I don't know. It's good to be on top. You know? It feels good.
I'm excited to see what it is.
And it feels good to it's not like shitty. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm fucking people over. I'm actually helping people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the school growing is going to be huge.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do more students, or even if you don't get more students, you have more space for your current students.
Yeah, just that right there. I mean, we have people. I mean, we have 180 people. You know what I mean? That's not a small school, but it's not it's 180. It's like we have like a giant boa constrictor in the 30-gallon tank still.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna have, maybe in 5-10 years we see that, like, all right, the school's getting out of hand. It's like maybe 500 people, and it's just big, and it's just too much to manage. And now you want to go back to a little spot. Who knows? Who knows? But we have so many people that can to just make extra money out of that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's guys that fought MMA that don't fight no more. They could easily make a couple extra $100 every week.
And you could put a cage in there.
Yeah, we could do that. I want to
like, it's so big.
When Benjamin's older, dude. I want to do like the daycare. Like, I'll go pick 10 kids up from elementary school. I don't even know if they'll do that. 2025. 2027 or whatever. Where like you can just go pick 10 kids up, and you charge like $100 a week. They're from school till 3 o'clock. You pick them up, you get them to the gym. They stay till 6. That shit's easy.
Almost like a Y.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Better that they're there.
Yeah.
Better that they're there with us, learning stuff, or they could do their homework, eat a snack or whatever. And people are like, well, there's extra stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it. But like, literally, I know people that are like I'm 7th degree Taekwondo black belt, and their program is just an after school program. Like, that's their whole operation. Like, oh, I have like 3 actual students, and then like I have an after school program. I'm like, really? That's crazy. Like, yeah, we make $600,000 a year. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's crazy. Because you're not charging by the month now, you're charging by the week.
Yeah.
Childcare is a racket. They got that shit on. I mean, you want to ball out, start, and I'm not even going to teach the kids. Like, that's the crazy part, is I'll drive them, because I love to drive. I'll pick the kids up in a bus. I'll drop them off at my place. And I'll let Sid or Grace works for us.
Yeah.
I'll let her teach them. They'll do their homework, and then the parents come pick them up. The parents might want to work out. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah. Everyone I know that has kids talks about how insanely expensive childcare is.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine like dropping Benjamin off at daycare, or like not daycare, like if I had to go to work and Hill had to go to work, and like I had to like drop a 3-month-old baby off to someone else, like I'd be freaking out.
It'd be crazy. My mom stayed home, and then she basically stayed home until one of us was old enough to watch over the rest. And then
how old was that?
I forget, because my older brother, we were old enough, like probably not, I don't know, probably 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and then my little brother, then we kind of watched over him, and, we got in trouble. We always got in trouble, because it was just like, all right, they left, now we can fist fight and wrestle.
Right, yeah.
But, my parents they weren't going to pay.
Right.
And then, the neighbor would come over and check on us, but we never got dropped off at daycares and shit like that.
Not only that, yeah, there's going to be that too. And then like John getting ready for ADCC, like, dude, he needs room.
Yeah.
Like, we need room. Like when even when I compete at the combat jiu-jitsu, or whatever. When I compete, it's like a mat the size of, it's like a 20 by 20 foot mat. There's a lot of space, and you're used to training in this much space.
Yeah, and it's like now you'd be able to go there, go in the back door, even if, say there's classes in the front, and you slide through the back, and then it's like, all right, get training on.
Yeah.
Hey, the back room is closed off. These guys are getting ready for this shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sauna, showers, mats.
Bigger seminars when you have,
we could do training camps, yep.
Look at when like Eddie Bravo comes in for the seminars, and then you guys have to do a cutoff.
Yeah, we can't even can't even move, dude.
Wow.
Bodies everywhere. It's crazy.
Now you can be bringing people in and have fucking room to be doing double the size of the fucking class.
Yeah. I know, like, Chris Herzog, he runs the school in Rochester. His school's like kind of that vibe, like big open space. And he does like East Coast training camps where like all the, guys from Canada come. Like, we used to go to those. Like, now we can host one of those. Yeah. Which is cool.
And Zach talked about doing that a couple of years ago when we were doing Jokes and Chokes, and he's like, what he wanted to do as a goal was like be able to do multiple seminar thing like that, and then get people in that could also do stand up and then do the whole jokes and chokes while the seminar's going on and just spin the whole thing. Now looking at where, you know, you guys are in a position, it's like, well, if you really wanted to, you could host jokes and chokes at the school.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All that, you know, as long as you just don't fuck up. Just don't fuck up. It's as easy as that. Like, don't develop a coke habit and like throw it all away. Dude, I get so pissed off to this day about horns.
Yes.
Remember horns?
Yeah. We talk about it quite a bit.
Dude, that was the bomb. That was awesome. It was right before I was gonna start working as a line cook, and they like they shut her down. He broke a chick's arm.
A lot of people were fucking upset when that went down. I remember that was one of the first places that I went, and I was like, holy shit. Like, they were doing the farm to table stuff when it wasn't fucking cool to be doing farm to table stuff. Now it's just put on a menu. Who knows if it's even fucking true.
Yeah.
But they were getting like local source shit. They were the first one. Dude, their breakfast sandwiches were fucking on fucking point, man.
Baller.
Their burgers, I believe they were one of the first to bring the burgers, how Two Rivers and all those places are doing like that. You know, they were doing that burger before everybody was.
Yeah.
And they were on the other side of town that wasn't popular.
Yeah, I worked there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in there a couple times.
And it'll drive me nuts. I'll be like, dude, that place is the shit. And blah, blah, blah. And people be like, what place? I'm like,
yeah,
guys.
Horns.
I'm like,
cool name. They just had the picnic tables. But that's what everyone does at breweries
they
now.
used to have like water that was like infused with like mint and like.
Yeah, and then they had it. What they have in like the
fries. Oh,
the fries. The fries were so good.
Crushed.
Yeah.
They had a vegan menu. That dude just.
Did he know how to cook, or did he hire a chef?
I think he hired chefs.
Yeah,
but
but that's what people don't do. Hire somebody who's got a fucking degree
Why
and
fuck around?
knows what the fuck they're doing, and pay them correctly.
Yeah. It just all falls apart. People party too hard.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too, is, I mean, I've been in and out of the industry, even when I had a delivery route and I would drop off towels for people. It was like Rounders, where like I needed money and had to get on the route. You ever see that movie with Matt Damon?
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, that's great.
And then, and what's his face is in that too? Ed Norton. He's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's the piece of shit.
Yeah. They like get him beat up by all those fucking cops. What the hell was I going to say? But even going in to deliver stuff, I would see dudes like just fucking like, that's the only problem with that fucking industry, is it's usually just coke and fucking, you know, it's fucking, it's a lot of fucking problems.
I remember, did I tell you that story about how I got stuck washing dishes that one night?
No.
The guy's name was Taylor. He like gave me like a big glass of whiskey, like a mason jar with like half full of whiskey. I'm like, and then like he lit up this huge blunt. I don't smoke blunts. I don't smoke blunts now.
Yeah.
Like if someone hands me a blunt, I'm like, get that the fuck out of here. Like I'll smoke a joint. You know what I mean? Just that fucking, or like even Fonto leaf. You know, black people smoke that, but they do. You know, it's just that's what they go with. About. You know, they like the blunt. They like the. I just can't. Ugh, it fucks with me.
It's like smoking a fucking cigar and inhaling.
And weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And liquor. And
well, what do you think about the mix where they put a little bit of tobacco in with the weed and
a spliff?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you pass me something, I smoke it.
I'm so done with cigarette tobacco at this point. I'm not a fan of it mixed.
I gotta quit chewing.
I just started smoking a pipe.
Yeah. How is it?
I like it. We were smoking them last night. Yeah.
You gotta, like, people just quit, you know, like they're not going to smoke ever. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I still miss smoking cigarettes.
Right. Yeah.
But it's so terrible. Like, I started when I was 13. Like, and now I know what my parents are talking about. Like, it definitely fucked my lungs up.
Yeah.
But I also like having a couple fucking drinks or a glass of whiskey. And now, you know, I like a cigar. Preet's going to get one of his buddies on from Cigars International. But I also prefer the pipe over the cigar because it's not the fucking wrapper on the cigar. That's what fucking, you know. So you drank a glass of whiskey and smoked a blunt with that guy?
Yeah, with that guy. I mean, dishes to my ears. And I was high, so I was like, he's not going to let me leave till all these dishes are done. It was like 3 a.m. I was doing dishes. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, dude, can I go home? He's like, yeah, you could have went home at any time. I'm like, what?
I forgot about that, being a dishwasher and you're stuck doing dishes till fucking close.
I would do dishes and then I would do deliveries, and I would like deliver like Lehigh frats and shit like that.
Yeah.
Lehigh took away Donald Trump's like degree. They gave him like an honorary degree. Lehigh's freaking out about Trump. But I don't know. But they that was good times, man. That was back in the Zach actually, like, me and Zach went to Horns because like we liked that place, and then
It's the best.
the guy was like, I'm looking for this and that. I'm like, dude, I'll fucking wash dishes in this place. And then that place that was probably the best restaurant that's ever been in the valley. Really.
It was on point. And it was early on point. Well, I mean, if he was that far ahead of the curve, what would be coming out of there now?
Yeah, I really wish that place was still open. And then I worked at Muscle Maker Grill.
Yes.
Yeah, I went washing dishes there. So I got hired to wash
Was
dishes.
that the old not the Long John Silver's is still open.
It's right over there.
Yeah, but I was trying to think what was behind there.
Well, they
Pizza Hut?
The guy that ran it, Dave, he was cool. He was like, but he had a brother that was a fucking knobhead. And he got busted selling coke out of it.
Yeah.
So like everywhere I've worked, that was like.
Was the restaurant busy though?
Muscle Maker, yeah.
Because what? Because their plan was to build off of fucking the gym.
Kind of.
Because it was mostly health food, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was good though. It was like chicken, potatoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Meatballs and shit. It was like for guys that worked out.
Yeah.
Which I liked because I worked out. You know what I mean? It's like clean food. It wasn't, you get a wrap or something, delicious. I thought.
I always saw that there and I was like, what the fuck is that place, man?
Yeah, it's good. It was good.
How long did you work there?
Maybe almost a year. And then the one guy that cooked for him, like he got into heroin and like he put holes in my wall at the school and I had to kick him out. Not George. Not George. But yeah, that's another one. Yeah, the come up was crazy. And then I worked at that chemical plant.
Which one?
It's called Ungerer. It's on 512, like in the industrial park.
Yeah.
That place sucked.
They all sucked.
Yeah. Never going back, dude. Can't do it.
No.
But I it sucks. Like that's what, the business thing, it always runs its course and then it is what it is after that. Well, I mean, for us though, I'm not going back. Can't go back.
No. I told somebody the other day, I said, I'll never work for anyone again.
No.
I'll never do it. I'll just work harder, which I know I do anyways. So it's not, at this point I look at it and I'm like, how far I've come since I left the post office. I'm like, all right, well, the problem isn't me. So
right.
That's good.
It's like, it's when dude, people are fucking assholes. Like when you work with other people, dude, they're such pieces of shit.
Yeah. I've worked for, and like when you work for like owners that like either don't know what they're doing or take advantage of you, it's like, dude, like I look back at some jobs and I'm like, what a fucking asshole, man. Yeah. Like I busted my fucking ass for you.
You have to.
Put fucking more money in your pocket to feed your family that I cared about, and you just fucking,
how many guys
fuck
come
me
on
around.
Here? How many guys come on here and tell you the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I worked for a guy, and then I was like, I can just do this.
Yeah. It's primarily the start of almost everything is I fucking, or I talk to people like even Thor, where it's like the people are riding out both fucking jobs. And, that's a space where a lot of people give up. Because that's where it's, when you're working full time at a factory or whatever, and you got ideas and you're slowly starting the business, then when the ball gets rolling and now you got to work a full time job, then come home and work your project till fucking 2 a.m. That's where people get broke.
Yeah, then they got families and they got bills and they got
I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to find something a little bit better than this. I might take a little bit less money, but this is how I'll be happy. And then they're fucking miserable the rest of their life.
God bless. Not for me.
Nope.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I got to use the bathroom. I think that's time.
Yeah. I mean, no, you crushed over an hour. We're at an hour 5.
Look at that.
Yeah. You didn't think we were going to be able to do anything.
Yeah. Saturday mornings, dude. Let's do it.
All right, man.
All right.
As long as it's dry January.
Yeah. We got good back and forth. February, it's Black History Month. It falls apart. It's over, dude. Unreal. I really got to use the bathroom, dude.
All right, man.
Go. You're the man.
Went smooth.
Yeah.